Welcome everybody to the Tech Savvy Tuesday presented by Be Bold Investing. Glad to have everybody here. We got a handful of folks in the house tonight. We've got Ann, we've got Javier, we've got Freddie joining us right now. I want to give you all a warm welcome for being here with me tonight. We're going to be going through a couple things real quick before we jump into the live Q&A session of today. And the reason why I want to do that is because this is the first Tech Savvy Tuesday that we're hosting here inside of the Be Bold Investing community. And I want to make sure that moving forward, our community members are taking full advantage of what we have to offer here in the group. Now, most of you have met me, most of you have not met me. And if this is the first time you're meeting me here live on the call and or virtually watching this as a replay, I want to make sure that you guys are in the right place. You're getting the right advice, especially when it comes to digital marketing. Tech Savvy Tuesday, we'll talk about everything digital marketing, CRMs, automations, workflows, branding, flyers, everything you need to do to take down your next deal or to increase your deal flow or to spread the word and help somebody else in the community. That's my goal for Tech Tuesday. And so without further ado, I won't want to take up too much more of your time. We're going to go ahead and let Javier in the building as well. We're going to jump on through this amazing slide deck that I've created. Thank you all for being here. So Be Bold Investing, right? Just a reminder of what we're doing here. Our main goal is to help everybody in this community get 1 to 10 million in new portfolio assets in their portfolio in the next 6 to 12 months. Obviously, we're going to be doing a lot of different things and everyone's going to have their own custom tailored kind of plans that they're trying to do. But ultimately, I think the overall arching umbrella is we all want to add real estate into our portfolio, regardless of how it's performing. That's going to be one of our main goals. Now, something that we haven't talked about much here is we want to be able to use the 4 pillars of real estate investing. And these are the 4 pillars that, after scouring the interwebs, after understanding and being to tons of meetups, listening to Pace Morby and all the great people out there, these are the 4 things that I felt are the most important for us to drill home for you all every single week throughout the year, because it's just categorized perfectly, regardless of your goals, which we're going to get to at the end of the call today. I wanted you all going to be putting down your top goals for 2024. We have to have a strategy. We have to have the skills. We need the systems, and we need to be able to scale it. Without having those 4 pillars, it's almost impossible to have real life success in real estate. Again, you can still be successful without some of these pillars together, but if you really want to maximize, which I took a huge takeaway from last week's Squad Up Summit, which is I want to have that time freedom to be able to choose when to hang out with my family and my friends. And so if you're missing one of these pillars, it's just going to make it a lot harder for each and every one of you here that are trying to build that, a lot difficult. Now, before I get into all that other stuff, right? Why are you here? I like to ask this question because, one, I want to get to know why you're here. So if you're here with me live in the chat real quick, just type in there real quickly, why are you in real estate? Why are you in the Be Bold investing community? I'd love to know from Ann and Freddie. And I know Javier's here, my business partner. It's even good to hear from him. Like, why are you in our community and why real estate? If you're watching this on replay, underneath this post, you'll probably see an area. Comment down below why are you in real estate. Your why is going to be a major driver of your success in real estate. If you don't know your why, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to really stay motivated and committed to your goals, which, again, we're going to be setting some goals here at the end of the call. So real quickly, while I take a sip of water, I'm going to let you guys drop in your why in the chat. And if you're watching this on replay, you can hit pause, and so that way you don't miss anything. All right. So we have Ann wants to maximize her potential and increase income. And right now she's scattered. Awesome, right? So we're going to be able to help Ann through these calls, through our training, through the engagement, to help her hone in on exact action steps she needs to take, on exact goals she wants to hit. And we're going to get them in bite-sized chunks. So that's really good. Thank you for sharing, Ann. All right. Oh, we have one more. We have Javier, build relationships, right? He wants to build relationships. He wants to leave a legacy for himself and his family. And he wants to be able to pass it down to his kids. That's Absolutely fantastic, Javier. And we've spoken deeply on this as well. And thank you, Freddie. True freedom and leave a legacy. I love it. Simply put, it is true freedom. If you don't have I'll keep it PG here. FU money. Are you really free? Right? Are you really free from the shackles of the government, of your employer, even your business? Right? Sometimes we get stuck in our business as employees because we haven't built the systems and the strategies and the skills and the scalability to be able to have that freedom. So well put. My why, right? So now I'm gonna share my why. My why is my family. As you can see here, we are very photogenic. I love my two boys. They mean the world to me. There is nothing that I would not do for my two kids, which includes and not limited to, going down the crevices of a cave out in the middle of the desert, where I think you have those spelunkers. I've had nightmares of my youngest kid, Oliver. That's this one here. He is a madman. He does everything. He's my daredevil, and I have real nightmares of him going into the desert, spelunking into caves, and getting stuck in those tight crevices. And I am a claustrophobic kind of guy. I don't want to be in those areas, and so I have nightmares, but I would go down there and I would try my best to get him out of there. And so this is my why, right? So very similar to some of your why from as shared. Denise, glad to have you here as well. We're talking about our why. So Denise, if you want to drop your why in the chat, that'd be amazing. I want to do the same thing like Javier, Freddie, and a lot of people that get into real estate do. I want time freedom. I want to leave a legacy. I want to be able to live my life with the people that I love the most, do the things I love, and I don't want to be restricted by anything, right? Whether it's an employer, the government, or even a business, my business. So a lot of that's my main why. And real estate, what I've come to find being making tons of connections, Javier being a mentor right now, giving me some guidance on things I should be looking at and what to invest in. It's really opened my eyes that real estate is a place where I want to go next in my next ventures. So that's my why. And as I was making this presentation today for everybody, I swear I have a wife. We just didn't have any photos in the Canva app where I made this slide deck, by the way. And so she's not featured here. And normally she's behind the camera taking these awesome shots of my boys, but that's my why. Now, you may be asking yourself this, right? For those of you here that are live, maybe you asked yourself this before you joined our group, or maybe you're watching this on replay. Why am I here? Why am I in the Be Bold investing community, right? Am I in the right place? Are Matthew and Javier the kind of leaders and the kind of gentlemen that we want to be associated with and learn from? And what I want to talk about a little bit, most of you are here because of Javier. Again, we haven't met before, so I'm really going to take a few more minutes of your time here to talk a little bit about why listening to me, like why should I listen to Matthew? What has he done? Who is he? We've never heard of him before. And we'll start off with the slide here where I've personally gotten 10,000 hours of education from some of the top experts in the digital marketing space. You can see a lot of the famous people up here like Ty Lopez, Gary Vee, Russell Brunson, Grant Cardone, Frank Kern, all the way down to, let's see, we'll go Bradley. Again, I've spent thousands of dollars on mentorships, courses. I've used their training to help clients get success. And so, I'm a spitting mirror. My brain is a vault of all the information from all the greats out there. And it's a happy blend and a happy medium. Another reason could be because for the 1 year that I did track my numbers, I did over 3,000 questions asked in one of the consulting jobs that I had around businesses, launching and scaling businesses online. I did about 205 individual one-on-one check-ins with clients. And I hosted well over 200 group coaching sessions just like this one here. Again, and this was just from a span of 2021 to 2022 in 1 year. I've been in this coaching space and I've worked for two separate companies over the last 4.5 years. And so if you multiply that by 4, I've done this for about 4 years. So well over the 10,000 hours or 10,000 repetition mark that people are saying to be an expert, you got to put your 10,000 hours in, right? So learning from experts, 10,000 hours there, actually doing the work over the last 4 years, 10,000 hours being a coach, being a business coach. And again, these are just some of the screenshots that I've captured over the years that I just put up here. I actually have more than I can think of, and I didn't want to put them all here because it was just overload. Just showcasing that I've been in rooms with 15, 20, 30 people on Zoom, coaching, guiding, and helping them launch and scale their digital marketing presence, their brand, their business, those kind of efforts. Also, here's a list of kinds of questions that I would normally get and I would go through and ask, right? So some of the stuff that I've used in other businesses will be implementing here for you guys to get your questions asked when you come to the call. There will be a call form questionnaire that you'll submit for both Javier's call and my call. So when we jump on, we're ready to answer your questions and we're not just getting the question right away. So there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be implementing. And this is just to showcase, some of the questions that I've had to actually answer and give feedback on. Or why should you listen to me in digital marketing? There's a theme here. Maybe it's the countless testimonials that I have stacked on top of each other. And so I don't know if I can do it in this one here because it's a slide, but there's over probably 20 to 50 different testimonials that I have here stacked on each other. And I'm actually going to do this. Let's see if you guys can see my screen. I think you can. We're going to go big. Can I get a thumbs up from you guys? Can you guys see my screen still? Okay, perfect. So I wanted to do it this way because I didn't want to scatter them all over the place. So obviously we got Tyler here. When I was working with Elite CEOs, I help him 7X his business. I've got Ian here, who is able to do a video, get out of his comfort zone, and really get out of his social presence. Like he really wanted to get in front of people, and that's going to be some of the struggles our members are going to have here today, getting in front of the camera. So helped Ian out there. We have some more here where we had collected 101,000 in 40 days. It's remarkable. Helping my clients really, get their businesses off, right? So we've got Deborah giving me good love here. We've got Jordan giving me some love as well. His name's covered up, but I believe this is Ray. And then we're just going to go down the list, right? So we have everything here, and I could just leave all this up. You can slow the video down, pause the video if you'd like to see each of these. But what I wanted to point out is that you're in the right place, and I am the guy that has the knowledge, the experience. Man, I forgot how many I had here. Sorry, folks. I wanted to get to this last one because this one really hit home because Devin is a really good friend of mine and a client. And when he posted this, it really, I don't take a lot of credit a lot of the time. So when he posted this, it really hit home. And so that's that. Also, most recent success, we got Javier here on the call. In the last 90 days, using the strategies that I'll be teaching here on Tech Savvy Tuesday is going to help you all grow your brands significantly. In the first 90 days of 2024, we were able to get Javier's YouTube channel up 700% from where it originally was and where it started. And so we'll be talking about those strategies on these calls. We'll be having the classroom open for everybody, walking through the tech, the tools, everything that I'm using. You guys are going to be able to take that. And of course, anytime you have questions, you'll be able to come to this call and ask those questions. So you're in the right place. I wanted to make sure that was very clear for all of you here that are live. Thank you for sitting through that. And if you're watching this on replay, hopefully at some point you've sped it up to like 2x speed. So you're getting through the material quickly. Now, let's get on to kind of the strategy, the skills, the systems, and the scaling. And I know you guys have some questions for me, and I'm going to definitely going to be answering those here. So we're just going to go through these real quick, right? And this is just the standard foundation of what we're doing here, right? So our pillar one is going to be strategy, right? Our goal here is to develop a clear investment strategy tailored to your goals, risk tolerance, and market conditions. This is huge, right? If you don't have a strategy, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's a saying for a reason. It's very popular, right? We're going to help you analyze market trends, demographics, economic indicators to identify lucrative investment opportunities. So regardless if you want to invest in real estate or if you want to pick up your next pad split, we know Javier's just picking those things up like crazy. We're going to help you analyze those markets and those trends and help you make the right decisions moving forward. And then of course, implementing those strategies such as pad split, Airbnb, fix and flips, wholesaling, commercial real estate to maximize your returns and mitigate your risks. This is the place where we're going to help you do that through our calls, through our courses, and through our training. Pillar two, skills. Sometimes you may be really great at digital marketing, but you lack the skills needed to negotiate a deal and take it down at the right price. And so mastering your skills is essential for property analysis, negotiating, marketing, and deal structure. Like if you don't have all those, we're going to help you master those skills along the way. So what should you be asking yourself is, well, when I show up to Javier's call, what am I struggling with when I take down a deal? What do I need help with? Hone that. That's the skill you need to be asking and getting help with, right? Same with, how do I market myself better? How do I get wholesalers to come to me and flood my phone? The way I hang out with Javier, his phone is blowing up. He has built systems in place where people come to him and he just doesn't know what to do with himself. He doesn't make enough money. Like he's getting into capital raising because he's got so much deal flow. He needs more people's money to put and deploy. So, mastering those skills, communicationship, honing in your communicationship, your leadership, problem solving, and again, ability to negotiate complex real estate transactions. And then constantly investing in ongoing educational professional development. Stay ahead of industrial trends and advancements. The good news is you guys are a part of our community. We're going to be bringing all of that here inside this community. So as long as you stick around, as long as you are engaged, we're going to be bringing in some of the top experts from all the industries, whether it's fix and flip, Airbnb, digital marketing, brand building, whatever it may be. We're going to bring it to the community at no extra cost. As long as you're here, as long as you never leave, we're going to take care of you, and we're going to make sure we bring the right experts in to help you in the areas you need assistance with. Now, systems. Now, this is where I come in. I love systems. I love digital marketing. I love this area. So systems is going to be like, how do we deploy digital infrastructure to optimize your real estate operations and workflows, right? How can you make sure you're systematizing using digital efforts, right? It's going to be huge. Harnessing the power of CRM software, project management platforms, automating tools, enhancing productivity and efficiency. Javier is going to step in here and talk a lot about this with his business. He's already has a very successful 8-figure real estate agent business, listing business. Like he's doing 8 figures plus, and it's almost automated, right? So, Javier was going to share all of those all those insights with us. And then of course, hey, Matthew, how are you able to create so many clips and YouTube videos and content strategy? How can we pump these things out like you have for Javier? We're going to share those insights as well. And then of course, standardizing digital procedures for property acquisitions, market analysis, financing, branding, online presence management. So those are the 4 pillars. Or I'm sorry, the 3 pillars. Pillar number 4, scaling. Now, most of us are not in that phase right now, and scaling is the last step in the last pillar of where we all want to be at. So we won't be covering scaling too often. Most of us here are not in the scaling mode, and that's okay, right? We need to get through the strategy, we need to build the skills, and we need to get the systems in place. Once all of that is there, once the foundation is there, then we can start talking about scaling. So we'll leave this up here on the screen. Plus, it's a mouth to read. So if you need to read it, pause and then check it out later. So we're going to get on to the 6 steps to maximizing your value here inside of the community. Those are the 4 pillars. Those are what we're going to stand on. We're going to have extensive training on each of those. Javier is going to be doing some trainings. I'm going to be doing some trainings. And then we're going to be answering questions and providing guidance each and every week. But the 6 steps that we want everyone to jot down. So if you have a pen and paper, go ahead and get it out. I know Ann does. I see her pen moving diligently already. There's Denise. She's got hers. And I know Javier is just going to watch the replay later, right? He's going to make me walk through it all again. But we want you to be committed, like completely committed. If you're not completely committed on your goals and moving forward and using this community to the highest, it's just a missed opportunity. That's all it really is. And we're here to help you move. So we want you to be committed, right? Don't plan on missing any of our live calls. Even if you can't make it, watch the replays, because there's so much gold and value and insights and connections that could be made on each of these calls or in the replays. You may miss a call, watch the replay and find out Stan needs money for a deal, and you have money and you weren't on that call, but you watched the replay, and now you can go back into the community and reach out to hypothetical Stan and say, hey, I saw your call, it looks like you're raising capital for a deal, I like this deal, let's jam, let's get on a call, right? So be committed. Don't plan on missing any of the calls, even if you have to watch the replays on 2x speed. To miss a little is to miss a lot. Leverage. We really want you to connect using social platforms. Everyone here or anyone watching this replay right now should be going through the members lists and finding out where everyone lives off of school. We are still in the social media digital age. We should be following everyone on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the et ceteras. Not everybody will have a social platform. That's okay. Find the primary one you like to connect with people on and follow them over there. And, this is kind of want to be my no excuses, requests is everybody is here. We're virtual. It's okay. We need to be connected. We need to be in each other's lives because you never know what you're going to miss. But at the same time, if you're trying to build the wealth and you want to have a solid foundation and you want to back up your why, I'm going to take this from Pace. I agree with him from Squat Up Summit. It's irresponsible if you are not using social media right now. It's just irresponsible. So find a way to get on social media, whichever platform you're on. I primarily use Instagram. I am on everything though. I do have Facebook and I do have YouTube, but Instagram is my primary channel with my biggest following. And yeah, you will see this trend over the next several years around building brand and how you can leverage that brand and organic traffic to drive your deals, drive your capital raising, drive your revenue for your business, whatever it may be. Step 3, follow up, right? Schedule specific next steps after making a valuable connection. So if you've made a connection with someone, immediately schedule up a follow-up, right? And connect using video, Zooms, Google Meets, FaceTime if you have to. The best way to build a relationship is to look deeply into another person's eyes. So Anne, Denise, Javier's hiding out in the shadows right now, right? It's nice to be able to see your guys' faces tonight. It really is. I know it's late. It's 9 o'clock, but I did that for a couple of reasons because I know it's a Tuesday night and people have their day jobs and they've got family and they've got commitments. And so what I like about doing a late call at 9 o'clock is one, I'm a late night bird anyways, but two, it shows that you're committed back to step number 1, right? If you're up on this call at 9 o'clock, you're committed. And so that shows me the people that are here are very, very committed. Again, we don't want to let those conversations fade off into the ether. So intentional follow-up. All right, we're going to get to step 4 now, or step 5, which is your objectives. Or maybe it's step 4. I always forget. Objectives. Set objectives. Every day, take time to identify your goals, whether it's finding lenders, connecting with wholesalers, or getting guidance on your first deal. Set it. Wake up, set it real quick. And it can be 2, 3 objectives or goals. Keep it simple. And it doesn't always have to be in real estate. We're tailoring it to real estate here, but if it's, walk 10,000 steps, is it drink a gallon of water? Is it, find more P&P partners because you have deals that you want to partner with on, you don't want to use your own money, right? This is gold for really moving you and your business to the next level, setting intentional daily goals. Specific objectives will allow you to be laser focused on your efforts, period. I'm just going to leave it at that. Take time before each day. I'll say I do mine every single night, the night before. So I don't have it here, but I have a whiteboard down in our kitchen, and me and my wife, we split the whiteboard. We put the next day on it, and we literally go line by line, wake up at 6 a.m., work out, take kids to school, 8 to 12 p.m. grind, hustle, right? Do work. And then I put in, specific tasks I need to get done. 12 o'clock at noon, lunch and reboot, right? So step away from everything. Don't pick up a call. Don't schedule any calls. Just detach from all the work, reset. And then, 1 to 4, pick up kids, ABCXYZ, just list it out. And ever since I've been doing that, and I even have one of these called the high performance planners. I don't know if anybody has heard of this from Brandon Bouchard. It's a high performance planner. Let me just open up one of my days. Let's just see where I actually used it. Like I have it literally written out in the morning, what my day looks like, because I have a ton of stuff. And so the Brandon Bouchard's high performance planner is really, really amazing. That'll be a whole separate video and probably training on what that is and how to use it. But you really want to maximize your efforts. And then last but not, and actually this is step 5. That was step 4. This is step 5. Step 5 is going to be communicate your objectives clearly. Don't be shy sharing your aims with others in the community. Wear your objectives on your sleeve, literally and figuratively. So when you make a connection, when you jump on a call, and I'm going to open up the floor here in a bit, right? Where do you need help? What are you looking to get help in? Like, what do you need right now? Right? What are your goals? And you'd be surprised how we all can come together and help each other get those goals a lot faster. Um, this will help others recognize how they can assist you, right? So just wear those on your sleeve, right? Some things that some people can do, and this is a tip, is if you jump on these live connected Zoom calls, if you have the ability to change your name, let's do this real quick, right? I'll go up to my name real quick and I'll hit rename and say, let's see, I'm looking for PMPs, right? Now my name is looking for PMPs. If you look at my name, so you could join a networking Zoom. I know most of us here are part of Gator or part of Subto or part of some sort of networking group. You can literally, if they give you the option to change your name when you join, right? You can, I think it's unlimited characters, but you can put it in there. So like if someone sees your video looking for PMPs, oh, I'm a PMP, right? Put your objectives on your sleeve and be proud to talk about it. Last but not least is going to be leave your comfort zone. Everyone has a comfort zone. I have a comfort zone. There are days where I want to be a hermit and I don't want to leave my office and my house. It's beautiful. And sometimes I don't. But, I left my comfort zone last October, I believe it was, when I signed up for a VIP ticket with a Subto student named Sherry Fitzgerald Webb Fitzgerald. Some of you may know her. And I met the beautiful gentleman that's chilling in the dark, Javier. That's where we originally connected. And it's because I left my comfort zone and I did something that I normally would never do. And that was actually go pay. And we paid for these tickets. I forget how much they cost, but it was a VIP Disney day. And I'm never doing Disney different. But by leaving my comfort zone, I've been able to meet a buddy, a new brother, a mentor, and so many other amazing people here in the community that I would not have had the opportunity to meet without leaving my comfort zone. So when you're sitting on that fence or you're sitting at home or you're tired or exhausted and you're just like, you know what, I'm comfortable where I'm at, that's when you should realize I need to take that next step forward and just and leave that zone. And I can only imagine what that's going to do for you because it's done so much for me. So leave your comfort zone, right? Challenge yourself to connect with people outside your usual circle. Step out of your networking safety zone, introduce yourself to new faces. Something we like to do at our local meetups is to challenge people to say, talk to them, tell them your objectives, how can you help them, and then move on to the next person. Don't sit with one person the entire meetup. As much as you're building that relationship and you're building a bond, you're missing out on connecting with so many other people, right? So limit yourself, right? 5 minutes max. Have a quick conversation and even tell them that, like, hey, this is my objective. I want to meet 10 new people today. You're number 2. And so in order for me to do that, like let's jam real quick. Let me follow you on social. Let me get your Blink card, whatever it may be. What do you need? How can I help you? Vice versa. Awesome. Let's go connect with other people, right? Be intentional. You never know when your next valuable partnership or referral may come from. And again, back on my story, my partnership here with Javier, creating Be Bold Investing with him, being in the bed with somebody that I feel is light years ahead of me where I want to be in my real estate journey. I would not have been able to do it if I didn't leave my comfort zone and be able to make a valuable partnership with Javier. And I look forward to doing that with a lot of other people. But again, my self experiences, once I left my comfort zone, this was one instance that has turned into a great time. So what we're going to do here, if you were at Squat Up Summit, you know this, but we're going to do it here on today's call, which is I want everybody to list out your top conquest for the year. If you've done it already, that's great. Keep it to yourself on a pen and paper. Just real quickly write out 3 if you can. If you can't get all 10, that's okay. Write out your top 3 conquests and goals that you'd like to do for 2024. 10 is quite a bit, and I'm going to share mine in a second. But after the call or after the replay, go ahead and write a full list of 10 out. These are going to be 10 things that you really want to get through by the end of 2024. Then once you have your top 3 or your 10, select 3 that you want to accomplish in the next 60 days. Put them in your calendar, in your phone as notifications, and set them up so you know that these need to get done. And then when you have your start, set a celebration day. I love this concept. for setting a day to celebrate when you are hitting those goals. Did you hit those goals? Here's how I want to celebrate. And it gives you something to obtain, like, man, I can't wait to do this. And so here's my 60-day game plan while you're all writing yours down. I want to guide one newbie through their first deal. And I'm actually in the process of doing that with Nathaniel that I met at Squat Up Summit. He's in the process of possibly lending a on an EMD deal. And so I think my audio turned off, so I want to make sure that's okay. Sorry, guys. Don't want that playing on you guys. So he may get his first deal done. And that was one of my top 3 goals, is help a newbie get their first deal done. I want to launch an educational Zoom series. Hey, welcome to Tech Savvy Tuesday. This was always in the plan. It was always in the mix. But now this is going to be the educational Zoom series that I wanted to launch. And I'm so glad that I get to launch it here inside of the Be Bold investing community. And then last but not least is I really want to acquire my first rental property in the next 60 days. That's my main goal. And where that rental property is, am I the full owner? Maybe, maybe not. I'd like to be able to say, hey, my name or my LLC entity is on that deal. That's kind of what I'm looking for, right? And so that's my 60-day plan that I'm shooting for. And here's what I have on the horizon to give you an idea of what I'm looking for as well throughout the rest of the year, which is I want to be able to consistently hit 10K steps every single day. I want to do the 75 hard challenge at least once. I want to be able to automate some of the social media that we're doing, not only for Javier, but for myself with VAs. Yeah, that's one big thing I want to do is to be able to just live life, be documented, and then the VAs and the systems let it ride. Don't we all wish to be there? Until we have the money and the funds to invest in those people, we have to learn how to do it ourselves. I want to be able to hang up my office, my whiteboards. I have a big wall here. I've got the whiteboards, just need to hang it up again, but not top priority. I want to master effective delegation, which is sometimes I find it hard to let go of a project, because I am the expert, because I'm so good, like, let me just do it right the first time instead of delegating and letting somebody make mistakes, learn, and improve their skill sets. So I want to master that this year. I want to also secure my first triple net lease before the end of the year. So if you don't know what those are, check out triple net leases on YouTube. It's real estate, it's commercial real estate, and I want to add something like that into my portfolio as well. And then last but not least is I want to help the Be Bold community members seal their first deal, which means if you're watching this video live, or if you've been here and you're watching this on replay, if you haven't gotten a deal, reach out to me, reach out to Javier, reach out to whoever in the community that is standing out and getting deals done. That's what we want to continue to do here is bring more people success. So if you're struggling with your first deal and you're watching this video, please reach out to me. We're going to come up with a game plan. We're going to make sure we get your first deal done in the next 30 days. So those are my on the horizon goals. So there, you've all should have had some time to write your goals down, at least your top 3. We want to set these goals, but most importantly, we want to take what? Action. Put it on the screen for a reason. So what I want you to do now is set your kickoff date. When are you going to start your next goals, right? When do you want to kick these goals off? I kicked mine off yesterday, and my celebration date, 60 days from yesterday, is June 29th. And the celebration that I decided to choose is a 3-day family beach day at Lido Key Beach in Sarasota, Florida. I've been there before. It's beautiful. And that's if I can do those top 3 things in the next 60 days, I look forward. This is why I'm going to do it, because I want to have that 3-day vacation. And guess what? If I don't achieve my goal, I can't take that celebration day. So set your celebration day, set your start kickoff day. And I hope to hear all the stories when it happens, posted in the group. I know I will be posting my story as well. All right. So let's see. I think this is the last slide. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the call and we're going to start answering some questions. I went through a lot right now because I wanted to set the tone and I wanted to get people, aligned with what we're doing here, what we're going to be training on, and, basically giving you guys an opportunity to set down intentional goals moving forward. And so without being said, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down in terms of the screen share. And we are going to, wow, we had a lot of people join in on the call. So let me give a warm welcome to, we have Anderson M in the building. We've got Clevens, and then looking for PMPs. Oh, that's me. All right. So we're going to do, where are my settings? Now we're going to be kind here. You can unmute yourself and ask your question. And if you're not first up, it looks like Anne's ready to go. Please use the raise your hand button. And I'd love to be able to help you guys answer any questions of what I just talked about and or what tech digital marketing questions do you have right now that you want support with?
This is going to sound stupid. How do you change your name on Zoom? I mean,
It's never
I'm the ignorant one that's going to ask.
That's okay, and no question is a stupid question, and I want to make that a hard
Only the
explanation.
one that's not asked. I know that, but
No, yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
saying.
So when you're looking, so for everyone, if you're looking at the participants window, now that the Zoom isn't sharing anymore, when you hover over your name, you should see three little dots. When you see those three little dots, it'll prompt you to say change your name,
Oh, okay.
and then you change your name, just as similar before.
Okay.
There we go. See?
That really wasn't, I do have another question though. And I'm hoping you can just direct me some way because I'm sure everyone else is more advanced. I've been doing videos for over 3 years. I've got them on Instagram. I've got them all over the place in my photos. And I have a YouTube channel that's got maybe 3 of them on it. I want to know how to get them all together, get them labeled, and have a functioning YouTube channel.
Got it. So yeah, so okay,
They're
there
all
was a
over the
lot.
place, Matt.
Got it. Got it. So let me unpack that. So you have assets, you have video assets
Mhm.
that you want to deploy onto YouTube.
Right.
The
I have a
question
channel.
you have a channel, which is good. The question now is how do you deploy those assets to the channel?
Yep.
Got it.
And label them into some semblance of normal, and not just picture, like label them for like if it's mortgage investment or if it's how to unclutter your house, whatever it is.
Yeah, this is a great question, and this is why we do Tech Savvy Tuesdays because this is exactly what we're here to learn, right? So we're gonna go back into screen share mode, and I'm gonna share Javier's backend, not literally, but figuratively. So we're looking at Javier's analytics channel. Obviously, I'm managing his channel, what we're doing, and so this will be a simple walkthrough of what you're asking for. Typically, you're going to be presented to this dashboard when you log into your YouTube Studio.
Okay.
And sorry about that. And if you have videos that you want to deploy, simple button up here is hit create, upload videos, and you hit select files. Now, depending on how long your account has been active, depending on the verifications that you may have to do some extra steps there. When
Okay.
you may only be able to do 15 files at a time, but you just hit select files, highlight the videos you want to do, and then they'll upload into here. Now, once they upload, they're going to go to your content section. And if they are above 60 seconds, they will load inside of your videos section here. So
Okay.
all of these are above 60-second videos because YouTube released shorts most frequently, right? So anything under a minute will go into the shorts category here. And so depending on your age of your account, that's going to determine whether or not you can upload more than like 5 a day. Where Javier's at, because we've been consistently uploading, we verified everything, we're growing, we're active. I don't think we have a limit anymore on how many videos we can upload. And I think if I go into settings and I go to, I want to say agreements, no permissions. Mm, oh yeah, channel feature eligibility is where you want to be. So these are the feature eligibilities. We're eligible and we hit all of them already. So this is where you want to go look when you can is go to settings, channel, feature eligibility, and see if these are marked off. But we're in the advanced feature areas, which means we can upload a lot of different videos at the same time, right? We can create more shorts daily. We can do live stream embedding, but all of and we're apply for monetization. So that's where you want to go to upload everything.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
as you go into editing everything, right? Now you have to get into the depth of like, we'll open up this as an example, right? Once you're inside the video, this is where you want to plug in your title, all of your information, your links, disclosures, disclaimers, and uploading thumbnails, right? Doing the entire YouTube optimization. Does that make sense?
It does. Let me ask you, is there some brilliant person that I can hire to do that? Because I
Yeah.
become a $1 an hour employee at that point when I'm trying to do that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely right. So remember before when we talked about our desires and what we're looking for?
Right.
our objectives. This will
Mhm.
be a great question to post inside of our school community and any community you're a part of and say, hey, I need somebody to help me with my YouTube optimization. Is there
Okay.
anybody here that is a little bit more tech savvy than me that can help me out? Let's jump on a Zoom and let's see how we can help each other. So that's the first place I would recommend you and everyone here start. Second, which was again, Fiverr and or Upwork can be a place to go. There's a good and bad there. If you go on there and you don't know what to do, you could get robbed because they're going to tell you, oh, I can do all this for you. Here's my price. And then they just suck at their job because you don't know how to critique them. You don't have the skill set and know exactly how to do titlings and thumbnails and things to that nature. But the good news is maybe you find someone that can work for you at a good price and they know what they're actually doing and you find a diamond in the rough. So, be mindful when you're hiring off of those platforms. You can find rock stars, but start with your communities first. Any community you're a part of, reach out and put it on your main profile page on one of your social channels. Like, hey, I'm looking for somebody to help me with YouTube optimization, or any of my friends in my network. Can you help me out? Right.
See, I didn't ask anybody, but I've gotten over 107 SEO people who someone must have said, go look at Ann's website. It sucks. It's because it's through KV Core and everybody wants to fix it and everyone has all these designs. But when I say anything to them about YouTube
Yeah.
channels, they disappear.
Absolutely. Now, the last thing that I do want to share with you all here is we use a tool. I've been using this tool actually for quite some time now, and you may have seen it when it popped up, but it's called Tube Buddy. And so Tube Buddy, what it does is it inserts itself onto your YouTube channel and it allows you to use all the tools to help you with SEO, titling, tags, and whatnot. That's a good place to start if you're doing it on your own. And then if you do have a team member, you have to help them understand how to use it. But Tube Buddy is a great tool that we use.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, great question, by the way. And again, that's actually going to be something I'll be talking about creating on another week. That'll be just a sole focus of how we use TubeBuddy, how to optimize the channel, how to get high level SEO, make sure we're ranking on the first page. Me and Javier actually talked about that, I think, yesterday on, how are we hitting our SEO and making sure we're jumping on the first page when someone searches our keywords. So great question. Awesome. All right. Who's next? Who's got something for me? The floor is open. While we're waiting for someone to step out of their comfort zone and jump in and ask a question, I'm going to go through some of the comments here, see if I missed any questions and grab the questions from out of here. All right. I see a lot of stepping out of the comfort zones, taking this marketing stuff seriously. I love it. Yep. Your income is equal to your risk tolerance. I love that, Javier. You can create thumbnails, meaning covers. Yeah, Canva. Yeah, it's a great place to create covers. That's where that entire slide deck that I made was in Canva. I have Canva Pro. Me and my wife do. I forget, it's like 15 bucks a month. It's an amazing tool. It's where all the designs, the graphics, everything you see on Javier's channel, inside the school community, the slide deck that I just presented, all done in Canva. But what I'll say is I have about 2.5 to 3 years of schooling around graphic design, the fundamentals of design. And then I have, of course, 8 years of actually implementing all that with clients and my own personal brand. So you may not be able to be as good as me, but the takeaway there for everyone here is that if you can't afford to hire someone in, you've got to put in the sweat equity and get your elbows a little dirty and learn how to do it yourself. Again, it's only just adding a skill, if anything, and it does make you better, right? Cleveland's best way to contact Javier. Looks like he already holds it down there. Perfect, perfect. All right, yeah, and Javier, yeah. So Javier is already on Upwork. 100K earned plus overseas, 10K hours worked. Create a job post. Boom, there you go. So remember, show up to Javier's call here on Thursday, and he's got a whole system in place on how to hire on Upwork. And I'm sure he'd be more than happy to go in depth and walk through how to find and how to look for great candidates on Upwork. So, yeah, the floor is open. So who do we got next? I mean, we've got Denise. You got any questions for me? You making it through that book?
Actually, right here
There we go. There we go.
on my nightstand. That's how you know it's real.
Nice.
Um, no, I had like an hour or two earlier. I'm still trying to get my voice back, by the way, from Squat Up. I lost my voice like a few days
Oh,
after.
yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, just on a tech call today with the Funnel Freedom team because something with my workflows is not flowing, like the
Yeah.
initial emails is not active or something, but it's just techie stuff. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to hear what you had to say. You know, I'm always here for it, all the value you guys add, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I've got enough skills building out automations on Go High Level, ClickFunnels, and a few other platforms. And so, obviously you'll have their support team, but again, that's what Tech Savvy Tuesdays for. It's going to be everything around tech, implementation, setup, workflows, copy, branding, coloring, everything. It's going to all be encompassing in one call. So um, don't be afraid to bring those here.
Yeah, it is off of Go High Level, the
Nice.
software. It's like Funnel Freedom. You're familiar with it, right?
I am.
Jonathan
Yeah.
wants to listen.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. All right. Anderson, what's up, man? We got the camera on now. You got the Squad Up Summit shirt on. I love it.
Yes, sir. What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing swell, man. How, is there anything I can help you with tonight in the digital marketing tech world?
No, not really. I just been listening, just grasping information. I did type some things down in my notes. But yeah, no, not really. Just grinding it out.
Awesome. I'm going to put you on the spot here real quick. Did you get a chance to put down your top three that you want, top three things
Yeah,
you
I
want to
did.
hit in the next 90, 60 days?
Yeah.
Let's hear them.
So, right now I'm doing one deal a month. And in May I'll have, well, I just got this deal under contract today in a really good area in Tampa. Or it was last night. So for May, I have a closing on May 7th, but if we assign this within the inspection period, then it'll be my first month doing two deals in 1 month. So
Let's go.
um my one of my goals is to consistently do two deals in 1 month. And then if I do that 3 times in a row, then if I do that for the next 3 months, I'm gonna scale it up to three. And then another one of my goals, actually that's kind of one of the main goals that I wrote down. I don't really know the other two, but yeah,
Hey,
that's
hey man, that's amazing to hear. I'm super proud to hear that there's people in the community getting deals done. And
thank you.
if there's anything we can do as a community, remember, that's what we're building here, right? Javier and myself will have these calls and will be that extension when you need the help each week. But ultimately, drop those deals, drop, hey, I need a PMP. I need to, who's looking to buy in this area, drop them in the community. So you never know. Again, we have 101 members. So, there's so many people that need deals. And this is a great place to build those relationships. So love it.
Great.
Anderson, I have buyers in Tampa if
For
Javier doesn't
There you
buy
go.
it.
Yeah, Javier, I know I talked to
Sorry.
him. I'm like, why don't you buy in Tampa, bro? He's like, it's too far. All right, yeah, I'll connect with you tomorrow.
I'll put my
Well, actually,
number
it's right
next to
now.
my
Why not
name.
right now?
Yeah,
I'll put my
yeah,
number.
let's do it right now. Remember our goals from earlier, our steps, right? Be intentional about your follow-up, make meaningful connections,
Um,
right?
here's my numbers in the chat.
Boom. Yeah, going back to, changing your name when you jump on these Zoom calls, that's another good thing you can see for Javier's name. He's got his number next to his name. So put when you log in, you can either change your
Mhm.
personal profile settings so it always says that when you join, or when you join, change your name and do exactly what Ann just did, right? She's got her phone number right next to her name. That's her primary way of connecting with Ann. I
Okay.
typically will probably have my IG handle and not my phone number. But again, right, you choose where you want people to contact you. So when you join Zoom meetings and networking events like this virtually, people know how to connect with you. So yeah, get connected, follow up intentionally. And then Anderson, let us know how those deals go, right? Post those successes in the group, so we can all come in there and lift you up and raise you up. I'm going to do a small sidebar here around, you know what we're all trying to do here. We're in the same room for a reason. We are all like-minded, and as entrepreneurs, as business owners, this is a very lonely road to be on. And so I love being in these rooms with you. I love being at Squad Up Summit because it just puts everybody that we're all going through the same struggle. We're all hitting the roadblock. We're all getting kicked in the teeth, whether it's one deal falling through at the last minute or, somebody snaking a deal from you, whatever it may be. We all know the struggle here, and so it brings that commonality. So share those wins, because we're not going to wait till you're super successful like Pace Morby to celebrate you, right? We want to celebrate you along the way. We want to keep lifting you up. So keep posting those wins in the group, Anderson.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, if we don't have any other in-depth questions, I'll give you guys a few seconds to hop on and ask. I do want to maybe open the floor to Javier, the the co-host of Be Bold Investing in the community. He's here with us right now, and see if he's got anything he wants to say to all the fine folks we got here. We got a nice little squad. I love that everybody's here. But Javier, if you wanted, you're chilling in your Tesla, hanging out. If you want to jump on and say some words, man, the floor is yours.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Everyone's just shy for some reason this evening.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock,
no,
man. I picked a nighttime time.
No. I was actually just sitting in the sauna. So what happened was my phone kept overheating. So I was chiming in to hear you guys though. So no, I'm excited. I love to see that Denise gets on your calls and not my calls. So I gotta give her a little bit of lip for that. But yeah, no, I mean it's awesome to see everybody, and at the end of the day, like, dude, every time I get on these calls, they're growing and growing, and eventually it's just going to be like, it's going to be hard to connect because with the main host, because just the amount of people are in the Zooms. It's kind of like what Pate, so it's good to see that. Like it's so awesome getting to see this grow, because I know you guys are on the host of the community, but remember, community drives community. So as you guys interact with each other more and more, like, you guys have deals, post them up. You need help with tech stuff, post it up about Matt. Like, it's just about like all of us really collaborating with one another, and me getting to see you guys coming in here. It's just the emotional currency. It's just phenomenal. I know you guys don't feel that, but I just want to let you guys know how much I appreciate that, and appreciate you, Matt, hosting this today. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Sure. And unfortunately, Javier, I will not make it to your call on Thursday because I have my own women's investor meetup that I'm hosting. So I apologize. But Anne, if you're local in Orlando, you want to come to mine.
I'm going to be on Javier's call. I missed last week. I was out of town and I felt so bad. But it was one of those things. I'll
watch the replay. I promise.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, no, absolutely right. So a few things while we're here. One, if you didn't know, you can do dark mode in school now. That's a setting. That's pretty cool. So you just go in your profile and you can change your dark mode. I just want to talk a little bit about kind of like some of the new changes that I've made inside of the group. One is going to be, if you go in our classroom and you open up the digital vault, I've added actually one of the courses. Again, there's probably over 7 figures or 6 figures worth of resources, training, videos, modules, docs, PDFs, spreadsheets. I'm going to be loading these over time. It's a lot, but I'm going to get them in here day in and day out. But I just recently uploaded, a business development course. Again, these courses I've accumulated over time. I've bought in bundles. They're going to be from different people from all over the place. So these are live and active now. Everybody should have access to them if they are in level 2 of the group. So in order to get access to the vault and the classrooms, you need to be at level 2. So part of school, and what school does, is it gamifies things. If you just join into this community and you're not engaging and you're not gaining points, which we'll talk about in a second, you'll never get to level 2, which is going to unlock all of the classrooms for you. So if your classrooms are locked, it should prompt you and tell you it's because you need to get to level 2. And can anybody here tell me how many points you need to get to level 2?
15.
Anybody?
I'm guessing. I don't know, 30.
5 points.
I think 5.
5 points. There we go. Yes, there we
That's
go. We
not
got one
bad.
answer. So 5 points is like anything, right? And so 5 points is literally making one post and getting 5 likes or 5 comments or a mixture of both from other people. And so it's the least amount that you can do because that's the way school is, the way school is set up. Now you don't get points when you post or you comment or you like on other people's stuff. You can like all the posts in a group and you're not going to get any points. This
The
is what we
person
love
gets
about
points.
school.
The
You
person
have
gets-
to, yeah, that person gets points because it promotes that person creating valuable content to get likes and comments, not just some random stuff. So you're not going to see a lot of random stuff in these school groups anymore like you would be in, like, let's say again, Pace Morby's got that free group that's got 130,000 people in it. Like you see so much blah because people are just throwing stuff at the wall. School has made it to where it's very intentional for us as a community to make engaging, insightful content that's going to be valuable to everybody here, not just, throwing something on the wall and hoping it sticks. So if you want to level up inside of school, you have to post valuable content. But what we've done here is if you haven't made your welcome post and you only posted your comment on Javier's, this is the trick, right? Most people are leaving and introducing themselves on this post, which is absolutely fine to get to know people, but you're missing out on getting points by making your introductory post as a regular post, like Andrew, who just joined the call, right? So he's got 1 like from me, which that should be really, really high. And he's got 5 comments between myself, Jose, Javier, and Javier. So he's probably got a handful of points now. Look, he's already in level 2 just from doing his first post, right? 3 contributions. He's got 12 points to level up. He's in level 2, right? So if you want to get out of level 1, if you're currently in level 1 and you want to get access to the classrooms, you got to get to level 2, create your introductory post and make it on the main post, and then pick the category introductions. And so what you'll see is I think I've liked everybody's post in here and I think I've commented on everybody. Javier's doing the same. So you're going to at least get 2 to 4 points from each of us, but we want everybody to welcome everybody as possible. So if you're here live, you're watching on replay, make sure we show love to all the new people coming in and making those posts. So that's number 1, right? If you want to get access to the digital vault, you got to be level 2. The same is going to go for all the other courses, the Passbook mini course. And again, there's a price next to it, but that doesn't mean you have to pay for it. That's just there to show you, like, that's what we feel that's the value of it. Everybody should be able to get in absolutely free. There's no extra charge. The digital marketing mastery is probably not open yet because I have to transfer my entire course library that I created into this. That's a whole nother project. But I did want to let you guys know I am uploading the free resources that I have over here. So this coaching session was, like I said, I've done over 1,000 coaching sessions. This was back from 2020. So if you want to dive into the world of what these folks were asking questions around digital marketing and business building and scaling, about an hour's worth of gold right here that you guys can go ahead and check out.
Matt, can I ask a question about
yeah.
the videos? Okay, so I do go in there and I'll start watching it and then I've got to stop for a minute. And when I go back, it's all the way back at the beginning. Is there a way that I can pin it or stop it? Because I keep trying to move the line along the bottom and it's not working for me.
Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure if you can do that other than hitting the pause button. Like it should be able to come back here, right? If I've paused, but we're going to test it right now. So I'm going to leave this page. I'm going to go back to the classroom. I'm going to go back to the vault. And if I hit play, okay. I host mine through YouTube. So you see how it stayed there?
Yeah.
So
but I clicked that arrow and every time I tried to go back, it was all the way back. So I just was going to ask you if there was something I'm doing wrong or a way to.
Yeah. Yeah. I think hitting the pause button before you leave the page might help. And again, I'm on a desktop. If you're watching on a phone or a tablet, it may be different, but yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah.
Okay.
Calendar, as you all can see, this is going to be our most up-to-date calendar. If it's on here, the call is going to happen. If the call doesn't happen, then we'll make a post and announcement to let everybody know. As you know, both Javier and myself, we're very highly active people. We've set aside a time to be here on these calls. But my goal is to make sure me and Javier, when we meet every week, we're going over our future calendars, when we're not going to be in town, when we're traveling, when we can't host a call. I know in June, I'll be updating the calendar. I'll be out for 8 days on a cruise, so it'll be very difficult for me to get to a computer to host. So I'll block those off and I'll remove from the calendar. But this is a great place to see where everything's happening. If you didn't notice, we made a post. If you're in the local Florida market, we're going to be doing our pad split walkthrough with Javier's recently acquired Palm Coast property next Tuesday at 12 p.m. So if you plan on being there, we don't want to have a lot of people there, so we're going to limit it to first 15. Make sure you use the link to register, so we can, one, make sure you get the information, and two, we know how many people want to show up. Yeah, we don't want to. I've been to a couple of Paces meetups at homes before, and I don't think he does that anymore because like 300 people show up and the neighborhood gets crowded, and yeah, I don't think it's really nice. But we're going to drop our walkthroughs in here just like this. So if you're local, you want to stop by, you can register here, and then any of the videos that we create, those will all be posted on YouTube, so you all get a chance to see those if you haven't subscribed to Javier's YouTube channel. That's pretty much it for just the school in general, like what we're doing. So if you need to get your points, you need to level up, drop your introductory post inside the group so we can all give you some love and get you into level 2. And yeah, so look, it's been amazing. We could probably go on longer, but if no, does anybody else have any questions for me? Andrew, I know you joined in a little bit late. This replay will go up here in the next several hours, so you can watch what we talked about beforehand. But do you have any immediate tech questions or digital marketing questions that you'd like me to help you with tonight?
I didn't have any. I just got the kid to bed and figured I'd jump on for a few minutes.
All good. Yeah, I just want to
I'll
make
watch
sure
the
that
replay.
there we go. Yeah, watch the replay. It'll be up and it'll be live in the Mac Daddy Vault. I think we're going to host it in the Mac Daddy Vault is where we'll throw it in there. We'll put it under
Sweet.
its own category, Tech Savvy Tuesdays, and the Mac Daddy Vault. I love it when Javier says that stuff. That's Javier for you. Dude, love him. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. On a scale of 1 to 10, I like to do a rating system on a scale of 1 to 10 in the chat, or you can hold your hands up however you'd like. Rate the call. 1 being didn't learn anything, didn't care listening to what Matthew had to say. His slide deck was ugly and it was stupid. Leave a 1 in the chat or hold up a 1, or a 10 if you thought that the call was fire, you learned something valuable, you made a valuable connection. You're just happy to be alive. Put a 10 in the chat. Just so you all know, 1, it's my feedback on where I can get better if there is room to improve. But 2, it's, again, I'm here to serve. We're here to serve. And of course, we want to continue to push everybody together to serve each other. So if there's anything I can do, and if there's any specific trainings you want me to cover and go over for your individual needs, whether it's for digital marketing, system building, automations, drop those questions in the community so I can compile and make slides and training specific to that. So if you've been struggling with, how do I start a local meetup? I can walk through the exact things that I did to help us start our local meetup here in Orlando, right? And how we're getting, minimum 20 people to show up. And we're, cultivating tons of relationships, tons of deals. We have Jessica, who was at our local meetup. She has already done a deal with a private money partner with another person who needed gap funding from the Squad Up Summit. Like that just happened because she came to our in-person meetup and then went to Squad Up Summit and found somebody else at that big event, that meetup. So, like Javier says, empires are built in rooms like this. So thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed Tuesday evening. And hopefully we'll see everybody back here again on Thursday to pick Javier's brain for his real estate knowledge.
Thanks,
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, guys.